What's going on, everyone? Dottz here, and today I'm bringing you a beginner guide to Seasons in Black Desert Online. Seasons are a way for new players to essentially get a fast pass start in BDO. It is a great way to earn catch-up gear to get your account started. This guide is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to complete your season character, as well as provide a list of what you should do once the season ends. To get started, I just want to quickly explain BDO's server architecture. BDO runs off of a channeled system very similar to old school RuneScape. You can freely switch between channels and are not committed to any single one like WoW or New World. There are two types of servers, normal servers and season servers. Season servers are only accessible by season characters and have extra bonuses such as extra experience, additional enhancement materials granted for the season gear, season specific rewards, and open world PvP is disabled in the non-Arsha season servers. Season characters can play on normal servers too, but it's recommended that you play on season servers as a new player for all of the bonuses that I just stated. The first thing that you're going to want to do, obviously, is to create a brand new character. In terms of what class you should pick, I highly recommend picking something that you think looks fun over something that you think will be efficient. BDO is an extremely long-term game, and you'll be playing your character for a very long time, and you'll have more fun playing something you enjoy over something that's really good at the moment you create your character, because the meta in this game can shift fairly frequently. Now, once you create your character, it'll tell you to start your adventure. For basically everyone, I recommend choosing the Ancient Stone Chamber. For new players, this gets you right into the main story, and for veteran players, this allows you to get quickly to a Lustin so that you can do the quest skip. Now that you're in game, you might wonder, okay, what do I do now? For now, you're going to want to follow the main quest line that the game puts you on. The main quest line can be seen by the little black spirit diamond icon next to it. Soon after you start your questing journey, you're going to quickly come upon a Lustin in Velia. He is going to give you the option of choosing to continue to go through the main storyline or choosing a simplified route and basically auto-completing the story for you and instead just allowing you to go grind mobs. It's ultimately up to you, but my personal preference and recommendation if you've gone through these quests before is to just go through the simplified route of the season so you don't have to go through, quests up through Media if you've already done it and you could just grind instead. Now, you have a couple of overarching goals that you want to achieve in a season server. The first thing that you want to do is get to level 61, which is kind of like the level soft cap. Complete the season pass and get your season gear, which is known as Tuvala gear, to an enhancement rating of Pen. Speaking of which, gear in BDO can be enhanced, with Pen being the highest rating. And like a quick explanation of the gearing processes for seasons is that you get a gear through the main quest line or very soon after you do the quest skip from Fugar called Naru gear. And then that gear needs to be enhanced with materials, and through RNG, you're going to enhance that all the way up to a rating called Pen, which basically is signified by a Roman numeral 5. When it gets to Pen, you can exchange that gear for Tuvala gear, which is that gear you mainly want to focus on and your goal gear for the season. And then you'll use different materials to enhance that to that Pen rating. And that is kind of your overarching goal for the season. But if you want a more in-depth guide on the gearing process for seasons, as well as actually how to enhance the gear and like how I recommend going through that process, I have a completely separate guide in the description below that goes through that. However, I will explain what you are going to want to do with your, nice Pen Tuvala gear at the end of the season later in this guide. Now, you'll also kind of have a guide of what you should be doing in the season by clicking the season pass on the top right, again shown by that black spirit icon. The season pass offers challenges that you can complete for extra rewards and is something you 100% want to make sure you complete. You can also purchase the paid pass, which is kind of like that gold one on the right, gives you a bunch of extra rewards. And you can purchase that in the Pearl Shop. Now, generally, if you have the extra cash, I would say this is a very solid deal. You get a lot of benefits from it. And typically, the first reward is a free costume. And you're basically getting the entire reward track for just the cost of the costume. So I do think it's worth the money if you do think BDO is something that you're going to be invested in long term. Now, if you choose to go the simple route, you're going to want to go talk to Fugar near the stables in any city, and he'll give you quests that kind of give you, the equivalent, gear that you would have gained through the main quest line. And then he's going to give you a bunch of quests that basically say, hey, go get to this level and then come back to me and I'll give you rewards. That's actually from the Black Spirit. Once you talk to Fugar and get the Naru gear, talk to the Black Spirit, he'll say, hey, get to like level 20, then go talk to Fugar. Fugar will then give you the equivalent rewards you would have gotten from questing, then it's to level 30 and so forth and so on. So you're basically just grinding. However, if you go through the main story route, you're just going to want to quest up through the end of Media. You'll know if you've reached that point when you get a quest that tells you to go to Valencia. Once you get that, you can pretty much safely stop there or go to Valencia if you so choose. It's important to do up until like this point of questing because it gets you a ton of experience, a bunch of free pets, increased inventory space, and again, that Naru gear to get you started. Also, when you hit level 56, you're going to unlock your Awakening and Succession quests, which I do recommend doing as soon as you get them. Basically, Awakening and Succession can almost be thought of as like specializations, where Awakening gives you a second weapon that you can unlock and then gives you a whole new set of skills and talents affiliated with that weapon, while the Succession spec, in a way, basically empowers the base kit that you've been playing up until this point and makes those skills a bit stronger. So kind of up to you to decide which you want to choose. Do you want to go with that new weapon you gain or empower the skills you've already been using? Now, also, I would recommend ignoring any quests related to the Magnus for now. Not something you really need to worry about and can be tackled later on. Now, in addition to story quests, you're also going to want to do weekly quests for Tuvala enhancement materials. So you're going to want to open your Black Spirit, go to the recurring tab, and go under the season weekly Stronger Tuvala gear category. This will give you a weekly kill quest where you need to go grind some monsters, which will give you the Tuvala enhancement materials as a reward. You can choose up to one of these per week. Now, the one that I recommend grabbing for most people is a quest called New Mushroom Dish, which sends you to the Polly's Forest in Comet Sylvia. This is a really solid spot for new players to grind, as it provides fantastic skill and combat experience, as well as some decent silver per hour. Even outside of this weekly quest, this is just a fantastic spot for you guys to grind at, and is worth spending time, basically playing at. If you want an idea for some additional spots, you can check out my grind spot guide, which I will also have linked in the description below. Now, as you level up through levels 58 to 61, you're going to actually get a bunch of accessories. You're going to get a Pen Tuvala ring and a Pen Tuvala earring for playing on a season character. You're also going to get, if you're a first-time player, a Kaposha ring, a Kaposha earring, Kaposha belt, and a Kaposha necklace for leveling up through, those level up rewards. Now, between all of these Kaposha pieces and all of the Tuvala accessories and gear you got from the season, you pretty much have a full set of gear ready to go. Something to keep in mind, though, is that you can't really use the Kaposha pieces until the season's over, but you will want to use them when that happens. Otherwise, just kind of sit on your, Tuvala / Naru accessories throughout the season. I wouldn't go crazy enhancing them, except for, the enhancements that you have to do for the season pass, because again, you don't really need them because you get those 2 free pen ones and then all the Kaposhas. So don't give yourself the headache of trying to enhance the accessories. Focus on the weapons and the armor. Now, as you play through the season and as you're, completing stuff and talking to Fugar and just kind of going through that whole process, you're also going to get a quest for an item called Fugar's Timepiece. Now, this basically allows you to duplicate the skill and combat experience of your current season character onto another character, and then transfer your season status to another character. So let's say you're playing a ninja and you decide, I don't really like the ninja, I'm not really feeling him, I kind of want to try someone else. You can use Fugar's Timepiece to copy all of that skill and combat experience to, let's say, Dracania, and now your Dracania gets all the same skill and combat experience and now is your current season character. But I do have more details on this process and just more information about it in a guide linked in the description below. Now, a few weeks into the season characters will be able to unlock a process called early graduation, allowing you to turn your season character into a regular character and turn all of your season gear into non-season gear so it can be worn by your now non-season character. However, as a new player, I do recommend staying on the season servers as long as you can. Should you decide you want to graduate early though, I do have a guide linked in the description below about early graduation. Now, during the graduation process, you'll get a voucher from Fugar that allows you to exchange it with him for a Pen Kaposha accessory. I highly recommend choosing the necklace, as you get by far the most amount of stats from that piece over the other options, and there are still so many players in this game who are still rocking that Pen Kaposha necklace. It's a very good item. Otherwise, once you go through the graduation process, your next step will be to get into the guaranteed Pen Jatina armor and accessory systems and start your journey post-season. Now, speaking of which, when you graduate, you will also get an item called a boss exchange coupon, allowing you to exchange one of your Tuvala pieces for a boss armor piece. Do not use this. This is a relic of a previous time. This, was used in the past to basically allow your Tuvala gear to become boss gear, but it's not needed anymore because of the Jatina system. So you're going to bring all of your, your stack of Tuvala gear, that nice pen Tuvala gear, you're going to bring it to Jatina, and you're going to exchange them with her for Jatina boss armor pieces. And that's going to allow you to get, boss armor straight from her, and then you can go through that guaranteed pen system that I've been talking about, which basically it's a way that you don't have to do as much RNG enhancement and instead can progressively progress work on your pieces, getting it from Tet to Pen. Tet's the second highest, so you kind of go like Tet.1, Tet.2, Tet.3 instead of having to go through RNG enhancement. But if you want to learn more about that system, I do have Jatina pen guides also linked in the description below. I don't want to talk about it too much here, and if you are interested in those systems, you can go ahead and check out those guides. But guys, I think that is going to be it for my quick and dirty version 2 seasons. Just wanted to give you guys a top level view about what the season server can offer you, why you want to do it, and the things that you do want to look out for and focus on. So hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate if you smacked a like on it. If you have any questions about the season or the season server, do feel free to leave a comment below. And for more BDO guides and gameplay, please hit that sub button as well as hit the bell to keep those notifications on. So thank you all so much for stopping by today. I do very much appreciate it. As always, I'm Dottz Gaming, and I'll see you all in the next one.